to start EndWalker. Give me a second while I say I'm streaming. Alright, and we'll do this. Yeah, no, yeah. We'll do this. We'll watch the EndWalker demo again. But
you know. And I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
As the chaos spread, the star seemed doomed to unravel. And yet... there were those who stood in defiance of that fate. The hour has come, creature. It's all or nothing. Time. 'Tis as we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting. The end draweth nigh.
keep its counsel while the world is lost to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must then, but we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Ah, it's time to start.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hi.
The ending duty I had to do. I didn't
Yep.
realize you had to be a healer, so I had to learn to be a healer on the fly.
Get used to it.
It's not hard to heal in this game, I noticed.
Well, it depends.
I was told white mage healing is the easiest.
Well, yeah. It's the basic healer.
Oh, that was a strange quest to receive music.
Yeah, that's the EndWalker. With each expansion, the tune changes.
Yeah, I know. I liked the one I liked a lot was Shadowbringers.
Well, get used to the one in EndWalker.
Oh yeah, I actually liked it. I'm sure the quest completed is good too.
Mm-hmm. So this incoming cutscene is going to be a partial recreation of the one in 1.0.
A partial recreation of it. What do you mean?
You'll see.
Like when you first show up at this area in 1.0? Because I actually remember playing this area 1.0.
Yep. Boat scene.
The boat scene. Wow,
Yep.
that's actually impressive that they're reusing that.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, it's not going to be the only bit they'll take from 1.0.
Oh, they probably still had those cutscenes laying around and just thought I will upgrade them to this graphics and then redub them and just switch things around.
You'll like how they played around with some of the elements.
I noticed that they kept using the original Mephilia story when you talk about her because you actually see that creature. I keep forgetting their names. Attack all
They've
the.
almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule. Or so I'm told.
I remember that scene.
Excellent. It is
What?
nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
There was an old 1.0 scene where Mephilia gets attacked and Thancred has to fight a creature.
Ah.
Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met?
Of course, I'll
Why
be
this
asking
stiff
one
formality?
day.
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland. It's just, we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world. And once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
All right. So, your thoughts on Fandaniel?
My thoughts on Fandaniel. He's insane. Also, my thoughts on Elphinode's and Alize's father. He's an elf.
Yep.
That's all I'm gonna say. Their father's an elf. Their country's full of elves. That's all I'm gonna say.
Not really.
They act like elves, I mean.
I'll hold you to that.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Oh, it's Hoary Boulder. I forgot about him.
Rory! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the... Flamine and the others
But yeah,
wish you all
so
a safe journey.
is Fandaniel
and
more
promise that they'll
insane
look
than
after
Xenos?
things here until you return.
I would say Xenos is still more insane.
We will too, of course.
Ooh, when I was doing the end part and I saw Fandaniel just floating there, I said, oh, he's just randomly floating there. He's not doing anything.
We set the sail! All aboard for Charlian!
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey, and please.
I was hoping
Yeah.
Be careful.
Pokemon Digimon survive, but I'm saving my money up for the Cowabunga collection.
So the Charlian introduction bit is gonna be a bit of a slow start.
Shadowbringers was a bit of a slow start.
And
Nah,
so
you'll
venture
actually
forth
feel like
unto
this
the
is a bit slower.
A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux.
And yes, Emmett is the narrator now.
In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom
Who's the
will
narrator?
suffice.
Emmett.
I have no idea who that is.
That which
Emmett
lives
Phelps.
is destined
Oh!
to die.
Oh, that's Emmett!
Love
Emmett!
leads to
I
love.
recognize the voice.
Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment. every step of your descent. And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Wow, we're going underwater again.
Nope. And there it is.
Here.
Oh, there you are, Heidelin.
Feel. Think.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt. Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
Hello, Heidelin with a face.
Yes.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
Demona?
Hear.
What?
Feel. Think.
That's Demona, or in greater terms, Counselor Troy.
And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
They have a Star Trek actor in this. How lovely.
After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Heidelin has always been, a primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world, and I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era I've rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms, monumental, which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
I take it this is the last time Heidelin shows up in the game after the story's over.
Just over yonder.
I'll let you discover it yourself.
Well, because I was actually told this is supposed to be the final storyline between Heidelin and Exodiarch, so...
It is.
And but basically we're wondering what the next expansion is going to be. Because they could do another story arc that concerns the primals or something else. Like they could do an entire storyline against Garlemald if they wanted.
I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Oh, what a fine morning.
I mean, I've already finished EndWalker, but even I don't know what's the next pitch for
And a
the
good
story
morning to you too.
after
Taking a look at the
EndWalker.
island already?
It's still just skimming the surface.
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Charlian.
Oh, I see it.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes. But we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed. Is as Sir Estinian said. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side. I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are
I
grateful
honestly
for
hate
your
Charlian.
steadfast support.
You hate what?
I hate Charlian.
Upon arrival,
Why do you hate
we will
Charlian?
be disembarking into the heart of Charlian proper.
Snobs. It's Snob City Central.
Oh, you mean it's
There is
Elf
no
Central?
greater
Ah,
concentration
good.
of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Oh, it's a knowledge center. No wonder why it's
Yes.
full of snobs.
Yes. You could say it's basically Nerds Central.
The moon! An Endwalker.
Sharlian, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil.
I recognize
So
this,
averse to the
these
prosecution
buildings.
of war, these men of wisdom. Your
Really
would-be
Shire look like
allies.
this.
Well, yes, that's because that was a Sharlian colony
Huh.
that was built in the Dravanian lands,
I
which
thought
was
they'd never let us off the
swiftly
ship.
abandoned after
What's next, then?
Garlemald started
Entry
showing
applications?
up.
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Hasn't Sharlian all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
Tis true that, as a nation, Sharlian only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders. Especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
May.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlian's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions. Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration. Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
Yeah, doing the Crystal Tower at the end of Going Board makes sense now.
We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group
Another
and its
reason why I
scheduled
hate
arrival
Charlie
for
is
today.
because throughout the story, they are a real stick in
And
the
it
mud
seems
and
some
a
few
big
of your
pain in the
companions are
ass.
also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications.
I have a feeling that's gonna change later in the story, though.
Yeah, but until that point, you're just gonna feel this
Ishtola
unrepressible urge to just strangle them.
That's how I feel every time I see elves.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Alphino Leveilleur.
And
That-
Alizé Leveilleur.
That's not gonna work, is it?
What?
Your last name.
Your applications have also been approved.
Never mind. It worked.
Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny. And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
We shall keep that in mind.
Yeah. The biggest pain in the ass. Yeah.
Is their father?
These last two are not Sharlayan natives. but
What's
you
their
will find
mother
their
like?
credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Well, I'll let you find out for yourself.
She's worse, isn't she?
Oh no. I mean, yes, she is worse than him, but in a good
Name
way.
and occupation?
If I say champion of Eorza, that might be a bad thing.
Yeah, don't go with that.
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea. And it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter. And you, sir?
Estinian Varlino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Yeah.
He didn't think of that, did he?
Estinian is not good with lying. Actually, he doesn't feel.
If you'll
He
allow
never
me.
lies. He never felt the need to lie. Kyle just saved his ass.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it.
Do we ever see her grandfather golf?
But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures...
Because I'm like, oh, did he
I
die
find your
again
choice of
from
company
XIV?
concerned. Be advised that even a single
Because golf is from
may have
Final
severe
Fantasy V, and he
repercussions
does
for your
die.
organization.
Because
I
XIV is
have every
XIV.
confidence in my chosen
And
company,
XIV's a stupid
dear and
tree.
trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
Also, people who don't like Cryo's race, they like her though.
Cryo, it is good to see you.
They also like
Likewise.
Tartaru and the
Long voyage
Sultana.
Notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear.
The
There's
Sultana,
much to
Cryo, and
discuss.
Tartaru are
This
really
is
good
hardly the
characters.
place. Let's be on our way, shall we?
Oh, I can't forget about Pippin, even though you don't see him much.
Oh. Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
Taru is a real menace.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Yeah, the starting bit of Shaolin is basically you running around the place with the NPCs in tow.
I don't see what's wrong with that, but I can kind of see what you mean about it starting very slow.
Yep.
Huh. This is a nice little place, actually. Unless there's more to this city. As you noticed, that one was maxed.
Yeah.
Doing the stuff in Shadowbringers almost got me maxed from doing dungeons and just the story in general.
Yep. It'll help you with doing the MSQ because if you at certain points it just level locks. Because if you're not a certain level, you won't progress with it. But since you're already at cap, it should be a breeze. Well, until you get to the trial bosses.
Trial bosses?
Yeah, the big bosses.
That's not side story stuff, is it?
No, the MSQ bosses. Woo.
What are the MSQ bosses?
How many?
No, what are they?
I'm not gonna say it. You're just gonna have to find out yourself.
Lovely.
Say, telling anything about the bosses is gonna be a major spoiler for the story, so I'm not gonna do it.
I probably accidentally saw one of them. Titan, that looks like a robot. Ramu, that looks like a four-legged tiger.
Oh no! That's those are Shadowbringer raids, side quests.
Okay, good. And I haven't seen this yet. Dun. Okay.
I will say that there are only 3 trials.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you run too fast, they're kind of like it's basically you lost them.
Bonus
Basically,
conversations.
No sprinting. Yeah, you can skip those. Just go for the bigger, glowier circles, which are marked on your map anyway.
Is this something new for this expansion?
What do you mean?
This strange little, you escort them?
Yeah, it's yeah, this is came with EndWalker. Yep. Yeah, stick to default running, no mounts or sprinting. Well, I think you can sprint because you use a mount.
You can't use them out here.
Well, there are certain zones where mounts will be accessible.
Well, that's a nice crystal.
Yeah. You'll be seeing it a lot in this. I mean, yeah, they've gone pretty ham with the design for the Aetherite crystals.
Well, I see why this is becoming a second second popular expansion next to Heaven's Ward.
Yeah, just wait until you get the Daphne.
I have a feeling that even in zones where you fight creatures, you're gonna have to have escorts.
No. No, in those kind of zones, it'll just default back to the usual NPCs, the usual NPCs of which you had wait for you at the designated point. Turn back. Oh wait, you're doing the Aetherite shards.
Yeah, I'm after the shards. It ends up being a place of emotional damage. How lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Is this the expansion that's actually gonna make me cry?
I mean, it's made a lot of people cry for various different reasons.
Really?
If I can actually find the image. It has become something of a accurate depiction of the story progression for some people.
Oh yeah, Realm Reborn, people you cry some. Heaven's Ward, you cry a little. Stormblood, you really don't cry that much at all.
Now, Stormblood isn't even in the picture.
Which I know, I noticed that. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Shortcuts are a nightmare in this quote-unquote city.
I can tell.
How are you that low on guilt?
I bought a bunch of stuff. Before I ended Shadowbringers, I bought a bunch of gear.
You do realize you could have just done the role quest, right?
Role quest?
You didn't do the role quest?
The one with Grayson? Grandson? Yeah, I did it. You had to. I was told you had to.
And you didn't go. You didn't go to the crafter guy where that was underwater.
No, I did. I talked to him. I haven't done his stuff yet.
crystal that you got in that whole quest, you handed to him. And
Yeah, I did.
Basically,
and I did, and that was it. And I just moved on.
you could have talked to him again and gotten the class gear from him.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Oh well.
Well, at your current level, that gear is a bit useless.
That gear is useful or useless?
Useless. Since you're almost at level cap, at a certain point in the MSQ, you'll reach a point where you can actually buy the, get level 90 gear. Yeah, this is the reason why it's slower, because you have to lug these people around instead of using the Aether network to just pop from point A to point B.
Oh, that's fine with me. It makes it more interesting. The Warrior of Light, the idiot. I'm not joking, by the way. The Warrior of Light is a big idiot.
Oh, you mean your character?
No. The Warrior of Light in general is an idiot.
Oh?
Everywhere he goes, people rely on him too much, and he's an idiot. It's normal for Final Fantasy games for the hero to be an idiot, or a cloud, or a squall.
You see, here's the thing. Me and Hollow have a name for this type of thing. He's not an idiot, he's a gopher.
What does that mean?
Go for this, go for that.
He just goes.
Yeah, he just goes. The world's biggest gopher.
So this is basically your Scion hub.
Yep.
Oh, so hello the map you see in every cutscene.
random picture of Garuda.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
Let's get down to business then, shall we? Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroi's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation
yes, you
into
actually
the
have
change which has
a
come over
destination
Sharlayan,
choice.
not to mention
for
the
your quest.
recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Oncoming call from the big giant head!
Fortuna's
Zardoz is
refusal in
here!
Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he had simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
And like that, you've lost.
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve.
And the leaders
Our
are
future
controlled
may
by the
depend
big
on
giant
it.
head!
As for our second potential
that's not
path,
the case.
it concerns a
I know,
request made
I'm
directly
joking.
to the students of Baldessian. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who
I think
share
you're gonna
a
like
passion for the
Razatan.
unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nadana, an alchemist residing in distant Favner. Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
I will deal with the politics later!
Yes.
In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, and having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice.
Also, Razatan is going to be the
But the
starting point
investigation in
for the
Sharlayan is of
EndWalker
vital
role
importance as
quest.
well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnair.
For the EndWalker what?
Given that the fate of the world may
Role
hinge on the
quest.
results of both.
Rogue quest, really?
Yep.
So the story
Yes,
for your
that is
for your
quite the
class is
quandary.
in that area.
Yeah.
Though it is a great imposition.
I wonder if some
And
people start with the
altogether too
politics
common
first,
one,
and I'm like, I don't
our
want to
efforts
deal
would
with
be more
that.
likely to succeed. were you to lead the charge
And
on
yeah,
both
the
fronts.
choice of companions for this quest is going to be different.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Charlian. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Alice and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking. Of course, the more the merrier.
These
Right.
quests will stay,
The rest of us
right?
will make
And
the
just come
journey to
back and
Favna.
do it again?
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
I'm not dealing with politics right now.
Thoughts? Objections?
Well, basically, both options are there.
I passed through
The order in
Thavnir
which
on
you
my way
tackle
to
the
infiltrate the
road
Empire, and though I'm not
still be
qualified to
there.
give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
This mission has some of the funniest moments. Especially involving Estinian.
We are test subjects! Oh joy!
Yes. Estinian gets the pass because, well, he's Estinian.
Estinian will probably get there by jumping.
Nah, he's already attuned to the destination, so he gets to skip the test.
Alright, my dinner is gonna be here, well, my lunch is gonna be here soon, so right here, I will take a break and quit.
Alright.